Huh, why are there creatures hovering over me? Don't take my money.
Relax, it's not like you would have your wallet on you anyways. Your money is mostly offshore, right?
That's the way of the world. Wait, is this Pokemon?
No, this is not something made from greedy and out-of-touch people at Nintendo and Game Freak. This is called Palworld, an indie project that's been in the works for at least 2 years.
Does Nintendo have the right to sue? So far, the things that we saw looked like Pokemon.
No, they don't. They did take down a modder using Pokemon assets to make the game look like a Pokemon game, but as for Palworld itself, they don't have a case. If they tried, they would fail because this would fall under the parody and satire category.
Nice elaboration, Obama, but I need to adjust some settings real quick. Hold on. Okay, much better now. Shit was laggy, and it might still be that way, but it's in early access, so I'm not going to be too harsh on the build.
So does this play like Pokemon? I'm still thoroughly confused.
Okay, Joe, to make it as simple as possible, this game takes what people grew up with in the 80s till now with Pokemon and makes it adult-themed.
Does that mean we get to see titties finally? Nurse Joy, here I come with my Riz and my Jizz.
Joe, that's fucking gross. There aren't any titties to be found here, or I highly doubt there would be. However, we can have pals equip firearms and weapons like your typical AK-47 and AR-15. I think there's a bit of adult language, but not enough to be considered too much. Right now, I'm focusing on trying to build a workbench, and so far it's being a bit tedious.
All survival games start off with stuff like this. Don't blame the game for teaching you how to do shit. They assume nobody has played a survival game ever, and they have to think that way, or else you'd get Star Citizened.
Are we going to play Star Citizen one day?
No.
You just don't like making it rain while buying the coolest shit.
With a game that's been in its early stages since when you could actually fucking speak a sentence without shitting yourself, you gotta think, why am I wasting my time on a game that'll never get a public release date? Or making it look like Bethesda on microtransaction steroids. Okay, cool, got a workbench assembled. Now it wants me to craft a PAL sphere, guess. That's this game's version of a Pokeball.
Is this Pokemon or not? I'm seeing too many similarities to tell the difference.
You sound like that weird guy that likes to make the noises of sirens.
Oh, look how cute this one is. I'm gonna need food so it has to die.
Not even 5 minutes in and Donald's already putting his hands to work.
Jeez, if we did this to Pokemon, we'd be considered scum of the earth.
Can you stop comparing this to Pokemon? Nintendo's not gonna fucking sue, but I'm sure if we say Pokemon or Nintendo too many times, they're going to show up in the takedown request part of our channel like fucking Beetlejuice.
We've said the P word more than 3 times now, so let's hope for the best.
Serves you right, bitch. Wait, why am I wanted all of a sudden? Level 24 soldiers, fuck that.
Serves you right for putting your hand on a woman. Can't grab him by the pussy no more.
So far, Donald's assaulted the local wildlife for their meat, and now he's wanted by the local authorities for assaulting a woman. I say this is becoming more and more like real life, don't you think?
Now's not the time to spit out jokes, Obama. Be glad this isn't you. Nothing feels better after running for your fucking life than to cook up some meat.
So, how's that building a PAL sphere going? You should be catching some soon.
I'm working on it. Wow, that saves me the trouble of crafting them.
Work smart, not hard.
This little guy won't know what hit him, and now he's going to be mine.
Just threaten to turn him and his friends into yummy chicken nuggets. That'll convince him to get caught.
Your first ever pal is a chicken. Let it be known that you chose someone similar to DeSantis.
Except I can make this little guy fight for me rather than cower behind me. I'm gonna call this area my base. Not very inventive, but if anybody tries to do some funny shit with me, they really only have one way up.
That's actually smart thinking. Although I'm guessing most bases would start here and then eventually move to a better location.
Until it's deemed no longer feasible to remain here, I'll move. Until then, this is good enough. Holy shit, this cat's doing work to that rock. Look at all the stones and fragments it has for me. Pokemon could never be this effective. I only recall Chansey being one of the more useful Pokemon for work. Machamp and Machoke, kinda, but not really.
So you're endorsing slave labor, basically.
Would have been worse if the cat had black skin.
A wandering merchant? Shit, that's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting there to be cities or shops and shit, but this is effective.
In a world where your little guy can hold a Glock sideways like a gangster, this is normal.
I'm gonna try and get higher level pals. The cat and the chicken are okay. But getting something like this would make me both level up and have the ability to venture further out with something that has more oomph with it.
Seems pretty bold. If it works, it works. Can't really say much about it.
Get in the ball, you Western philosopher pun.
Who knew Socrates would be reincarnated as a fat owl?
Fuck it, let's try and catch this weird looking thing.
Don, just because you pulled off something like catching that higher level pal doesn't mean you'll be able to do it again.
That thing's hair would be so easy to grab in bed.
Come on, stop fighting and let yourself be mine.
Wow, you pulled it off once again. I'm impressed.
I'd love to see him try that again with a pal that's 10 plus levels higher.
That'd just be a waste of time and resources. This reminds me more of Ark than anything else.
Makes sense. Replaces dinosaurs with cute little creatures with murderous intent, and you have it 1-to-1.
Seems kind of ridiculous to build a workbench randomly like this, but if I'm out and about like this, I can't just make a pal sphere from thin air. Kind of dumb that you need a workbench for everything, but it's a nitpick.
I'm sure the devs are watching every YouTube video and stream they can to write down bugs and criticisms to either squash out or revamp.
Holy shit, we got human enemies as well? Does that mean we can make humans as pals too?
According to the devs, you can. But now you should focus on rescuing the pal they got locked up.
Can you imagine what's going through their heads? We got ourselves a cute little pal to sell to the black market. Is that an old man with a fucking owl that knows Western philosophy?
They're about to be bludgeoned and schooled.
I can tell their AI is pretty lackluster. They don't even care that you're slowly murdering them one by one.
For a game that sold 7 million copies in just the few short days since it launched, I can tell that what we're seeing now will be in the past within a month or two.
Like I said, I won't be too harsh on the stuff they have now. Okay, now that I cleared out the goon squad, let's free this precious little thing and see what happens. Oh, I got a free pal. What the fuck? There's a fucking wolf?
When you thought it was over,
No, he just killed my owl.
Looks like you found your new replacement.
Exactly what I had in mind. Get in the ball and stay there until you've realized what you did, you stupid wolf.
to be fair, I think the wolf will be much better than the owl would have been.
Well, this may seem controversial, but if what Obama said was right, I'm going to sell my owl to this very kind gentleman for some coin. If Jack can sell his cow for beans, I can sell my owl for money.
But didn't it say you could just put him in the box for him to recover?
Too late, already sold his ass. Okay, now I'm facing a lot of frame drops. I don't know why, but if this keeps up, I'm not going to continue playing today. I love the game already. It has its flaws, but I prefer this way over Pokemon any day.
The fact that a team that's a fraction of the size that Game Freak has can make something this good in just 2 years is super impressive. Who knows? This could make Nintendo actually care about making a good product and not rehash things year after year.
Can we stop now? I can feel my whole world getting slower by watching these frames plummet.